So I'm starting a series called Maturity Dialogues with MH, basically in which we explore the issue of maturity, specifically to do with all kinds of various interactions on this planet we call Earth. And I wanted to talk about something that I've been thinking about for quite some time now, and it is a topic that is very important for me. I've never been one to hold grudges myself personally. So I really can't say that I understand completely how that works. But what I want to say today is, and any day on planet Earth, if you and someone you care about and love fall out and soon after you get the opportunity to give revenge, quote unquote, I'm asking you, please, don't do it. Hear me out. Just don't do it. What is loving someone? I think we can all agree that loving someone means you care about their well-being and you're not going out of your way to make them feel pain or suffer or be tormented in any way. And if this realization makes you realize that, damn, this means some people never loved you, mostly because they don't even know how, still, don't do it. Do you love people because they love you, or do you love them because you love them? No matter how the situation has turned out, if you are telling yourself that you love this person and you define your experience towards them as an experience of love, which is a higher experience. If there's one thing I've grown to learn in my own life, besides that holding on to resentment only hurts me more because it's just not love and it's not who I am. It's that you always get back what you give out, just not always from the people you give, just not in the way you think. So instead of wasting time trying to understand and prove yourself to or hurt the people you feel are hurting you, grow the fuck up and start paying attention to the people who have actually always been loving you, but you've been so desensitized and untrained to see and feel it. Or you've been focusing on all these other things that are really just causing more pain and a waste of everyone's time. Let go of the fight, but don't let go of the love. Do you love people because they love you? Or do you love someone because you love them? This is just how it happens. You love someone here, someone loves you there. You hurt someone here, I assure you that too it will come back to you. It doesn't work any other way. It's not like a threat or one trying to scare anyone or anything. That's just how life works. You don't have to let someone hurt you again. You don't have to keep them infiltrating your space. But don't for 1 minute sit there and fucking tell me the lie that you're only spending time hurting someone because you love them more than they love you. That's some bullshit kind of love. That's self-love. And there's nothing wrong with loving yourself. But if you're going to do that, then love yourself. Don't try to use another person to do that for you. Grow the fuck up. Love doesn't go from love to hate in one instant. If it does, then it was never love. I've claimed the name MH for some years now. And over time it's been starting to sink in. To clarify what I decided MH stands for, if you didn't already know. Yes, it's about balance, but it's a mathematical index. An index is something that is raised to a power, mind to the power of the heart. That is to say, everything I plan and say and do, which is essentially everything I think about, because I'm always using this beautiful creation called my mind, I'm doing it through the lens and vessel of my humanity. It is raised to the power of the heart. Mind to the power of the heart. Because I'm a human being and goddammit everybody else is. So how can you forget that the moment you're upset over something petty? Let's take a really far out and ridiculous example. If it's raining, it's pouring rain, you go inside or somewhere where there's shelter. You don't go grab buckets of water and spend the day trying to splash water back at the rain, trying to fight it or get revenge. You don't suddenly forget that this natural process has been growing your food and giving you life for years before, even though in this moment you're not benefiting from it anymore. It honestly breaks my heart to see people go out of their way to hurt human beings that were once important to them, and vice versa, so thoughtlessly. If you need to distance yourself from someone, then do that. If you're struggling with inner emotions, then make space to breathe and grow from the experience. Because every situation involves you too, and not just someone else. Even if you've been treated inhumanely and you cannot forgive, which I don't encourage people to do anyway because forgiveness is a lie. No matter how hurt and angry you are, if you truly loved those people and they became a part of you, as most of the most transforming interactions do, no matter how hard you try, you cannot forget. You cannot forget how they made you smile. You cannot forget how you made their day. You cannot forget how you were there for them and empathized with them as the human beings you got to see them as. You cannot forget how they were there for you. Just like you cannot forget how they hurt you. And I'm talking about people here with whom these things were actually the case. If they weren't and it was completely negative or one-sided, then I don't know why you're even wasting your time, and I won't waste mine going into it. But I'm talking about people you admired and loved. People who loved and admired you. Even when situations change, you can express yourself. You must express yourself. You can feel so many things. You must feel all your emotions and find an outlet. You can heal. You must heal. But you do these things for you, not to get back at someone you've welcomed as a part of you. If there is any interaction between you two, which is too often lacking in today's world, it is to communicate, express and sort things through with genuine intention. And if they're not mature enough to communicate, even though you need this, or need an apology, or need to apologize, or need closure, then just fucking walk away. Because you cannot break the heart of someone you care about without breaking your own. And their experience of life will teach them that. You don't have to teach them anything. And you don't have to learn this hard lesson yourself. Just take the lessons you've learned and actually heal. Anger and revenge are just cover stories for hurt and insecurity. Again, there are some people you cannot forgive ever, and I don't believe in forgiveness. But I'm not talking about these people. I'm talking about not becoming these people yourself. And even more, these are not the ones to waste time on. But they are people you will remember you love again later. Because love doesn't just float away. And it would be a pity that these people now could never be in your life again because of a fleeting moment of unexpressed hurt disguised as immature anger that took over in a situation that could have easily been different. Human beings deal with things we often never get to understand Because we get in our own way and the way of love, actual connection and empathy. Human beings are human beings, not easily disposable commodities. Don't forget that, because if you do, you will remember. No one wants to be left alone out in the cold in the end. And karma does exist. This is not a threat, but a reminder. And finally, I want you to think of someone you've fallen out with and never recovered. Someone who misunderstood you completely. Maybe someone you misunderstood too. And they never heard you out. They painted this image of you that was totally not who you were. And you were both shocked and helpless to change the situation or their mind. Surely they should have known you and your intentions and experience. If that's never happened to you, well, good for you. But I have a feeling it will at some point. Because everyone is disposable and way too easy to blanket judge, exile, and punish, right? But what doesn't have to happen is for you to be the one putting someone in this situation. Human beings are human beings. Fragile souls whose impact is indispensable. Just like our impact is on them. Especially humans you've experienced love with. Love cannot suddenly become hate or disrespect. If it does, then it was never the pure experience of love. Is it possible to be mature enough to acknowledge that the cause of your momentary pain was for a long time the cause of your joy? And this doesn't make it okay. But it does bring out the respect for the situation. Enough of it at least to have a conversation. Or simply just walk away. Take what's there, remember what is. There's no need to create any new chaos.